started. Welcome, everybody. This meeting is being recorded, so definitely we will have the replay. So you are welcome to this amazing webinar. This webinar is titled Navigating the Caregiving Path as a Family Caregiver, Navigating the Caregiving Path as a Family Caregiver. And today we'll be having two guest speakers. These are people who are well sound in the field of caregiving. They've had their own personal experience, and they are also advocate in the field of caregiving too. So welcome everybody. This meeting is being hosted by the Porters Gerontological Rehabilitation Services. This is a home healthcare service which I found, we are currently located in Abuja, and we provide excellent special geriatric services for older adults. Also, this meeting is being co-partnered and co-hosted by the Dunamis Golden Aging Support Initiative. It is a non-governmental organization, and the founder is one of our speakers. So he's an advocate for older adults, he's an advocate for healthy aging, he's an advocate, he's just so in. So without wasting much time, because we want to hear our speakers speak, and I don't want to be the one speaking, so I want to gain knowledge, and we believe that we are going to gain a lot of knowledge. The goal of this, before we dive in, I just want us to be on the same path. Why I let us know the goal of this. This is not just a webinar that we want to fix because we want people to be aware, or because we just want people to have general knowledge. But we've understand that a lot of family caregivers do not have any support. Most of them are saddled with the responsibility of taking care of their loved ones, their parents, their children, or those who need special care. And there's nobody to tell them, okay, take care of your family, okay, take care of yourself. So some people can go to the extent of sacrificing their own progress. Maybe they are seeking for another job or going for another employment. And most times caregiving has a lot of psychological stress, but we often don't say much about it. But today we are glad that if you're in that phase, or you've gone through, or you're standing in for someone, you would gain knowledge, you would learn practical experiences on how to navigate this part. You would also know how to navigate the stress of it, and how to also take care of yourself, because yourself matters a lot. Yourself matters a lot. You matter, because when you do not take care of yourself, you cannot take care of others. So you are the first person in caregiving, because if you are down, the person you're offering this care will be down. And I read a book by, well, I didn't finish it. I think it's Ron. I met him during my master's studies, because, well, I'm still doing my master's. He mentioned something that there are two kind of people in the world: those people that receive care and those that offer care. So no matter where we are either receiving care or we are offering care. So welcome everybody. Our first speaker is Dr. Bethany Christian. I recently just connected, and I'm so glad to have her join us here. She's a medical doctor, and she has a master's in public health and a master's in healthcare management. And she has, well, let me not go there, but she has a PhD also. So she's not just intelligent, she's not just smart, but she's also an advocate for family caregivers, because she has a personal experience to share. She was a caregiver to her dad for over 19 years. And so we would hear from her experience, and we'll just know how to go about that. Our second speaker, as I already said, is Mr. Kintayo John. He is an adult educator, and he's the founder of Dunamis Golden Aging Support Initiative. So we see that we have people that are here to give us knowledge. He also has more than 10 years experience as a family caregiver, caring for his grandfather. So we would hear from them, and we'll gain knowledge. So without wasting much of our time, welcome our first speaker, Dr. Bethany Christian. Kindly just let us
Thank you very much.
how the journey has been so far. You're welcome.
Thank you so much, Clara. It's indeed very nice to meet you here, at least face to face. We've been talking, offline, but it's good we've met here. And I'm very happy to be here to at least share my experience. I believe one or two persons will, glean something from it. So actually, like you said, you've done all the introductions. I don't think there's anything more to add.
All
Just
right.
that, the little one I want to add is just that I'm currently doing a postgraduate diploma in geriatric care from the University of Buckingham in UK. So that shows, my passion, for the older adults, and I'm still doing my PhD program as at then. So I also and yes,
All right.
sorry, I there was a network glitch. Yeah. So I've been a family caregiver for my dad for over 19 years, and I understand firsthand what it means to be a family caregiver. You know, I didn't, plan to be a family caregiver. I would want to say that family caregiving found me, you know, because it just happened that, my father was hypertensive and he didn't know. And then he suffered a stroke, a sudden stroke. I was still a teenager by then. And we are just two females, children for my dad. And I was the youngest as at then, although we have a younger brother now, and it was quite challenging because my elder sister was currently doing her PhD program as at then. So everything, of course, the Nigerian society generally for older adults, people with chronic illnesses, people living with disabilities, children, special needs persons, they always fall back to their family for caregiving. This that has always been the norm, even up until today. So it was quite an experience for me because I didn't plan for it. But then, I was just thinking, is it going to be just a 1 month thing? That was how I was looking at it. It's going to be a very short thing. After a while, he will be fine, and everybody will be okay. Then from 1 month, we got to 1 year, and then we got to 2 years, and then initially it was something, for a setting like in Nigeria, we believe in this reciprocity. When your parents just feel that because they took care of you when you were young, you have the mandate to take care of them when they are older. So I saw it like, this is my job. I have to do it. This is my dad. He's done a lot for me. So I saw it like something I really needed to do. And I was enjoying it initially. I leaned into it very well. And, after a while, I began to, it began to take a toll on me, because at a point I had to juggle it with my academics. I finished my first degree. I now had to, enroll for a medical degree, the same university, and, of course, very demanding. I had to juggle it with my academics. 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 I had to juggle it, travel home every weekend. Hello? Sorry, I have this network. Today has been a bad day for the network. So, okay, so I have to travel home every weekend, to take care of my dad. It was quite difficult. I juggled it even as, I got married. I still had to juggle family caregiving as a married woman. I had to do that even while raising my three boys and then even while working as a physician. So it was quite demanding for me. And at a point it began to, take a toll on my health. I was always down from time to time. Mentally, I had this emotional roller coaster, especially sometimes he now has, some emergency. He had complications of the stroke. He started having seizure disorders. So from time to time, he goes into this, seizures and, this roller coaster of emotions. Some days you are happy, some days you're stressed, some days you don't know what next, so it was quite stressful for me, physically, psychologically. And then I will not even fail to mention the financial aspect of it. We all understand that most of the healthcare that we get from our setting, is out of pocket. So you can tell how much was going into the treatment, the expensive medications. Sometimes I have to stay back from school for a certain time, just to take care of him. So it was quite demanding for me financially and otherwise. It was quite stressful. Of although I was also very happy and fulfilled that, my father would keep saying from time to time, if you girls were not here, I'm not sure I'll be alive today. And that's something that, makes me happy. I feel, oh, so that means the little we are doing, is helping him. He was able to live. He had the stroke in 2001 and he died in 2020. So I just believe that, what we were doing from day to day, he was always looking up, to, he had some form of hope that, okay, my children are around. If there's any problem, they'll be there for me. So it was also very gratifying, but you cannot compare it to the stress that I was facing, through all the stages of my life. So I look at it and today I say, okay, yes, there's something I can do. At least family caregivers need the support. We are the backbone of the health system, the geriatric care system, Nigeria and beyond. Family caregivers take a lot and they bridge the gap between the healthcare and even the social care system, because a lot of older adults in Nigeria, for instance, do not have the social support that just about 5% of the Nigerian population, older adults population, have a pension. So the rest just have to fall back on their family for social care and support. So family caregivers, fit in this role and they bridge the gap. So there's a lot of support that family caregivers need. Like, for instance, I'm writing a paper about the call for support for family caregivers, and it's something that I really love to write because I'm seeing a lot of things that I'm going to bring out there for everybody to see. I've seen a lot of papers that talk about family caregivers receiving support, and actually two things stand out. One is they need a lot of, financial support because, they are complaining of financial constraints, having to take care, some of them with their own primary family needs, of course. So a lot of financial support, and that is where the government can come in, maybe to professionalize family caregiving, because at the moment it is an unpaid care role that, family caregivers are doing. They are just doing this job. Some of them lose their jobs, to come and just give up on their jobs so that they can settle down and take care of their loved ones. So there's a lot of support that family caregivers need. They also need that social support. Some of them feel this isolation. Am I alone in this? There's nobody reaching out to me, and all of that. So there's a lot of things that can be done for family caregivers. So I believe that, we can come together and see how we can advocate for these family caregivers. I was one of them, and I understand exactly what it means to, get drained of your finances just because you cannot stand. I remember I had an admission to do a master's degree in 2013 in public health. That was in the University of Sheffield in UK. And I had to give up that admission. I prioritized my father's needs over my own because I couldn't stand, the thought of leaving my father. He was so close to me. He wants to see me every time. So I thought if I leave him, he would die. He would die. He won't be able to cope. So I just had to give up that admission. And, and I think 3 weeks to my master's degree, that was when I lost my dad, the second one, in the Netherlands. So I just told myself, I don't know why he died, but, I don't know if he had not died, maybe I wouldn't have gone for that program, to be honest. So that's, the extent to which a family caregiver can go just to make sure that, they take good care of their loved ones. Thank you. I don't know. I'm open to questions. You're muted. You're muted. I can't hear you. Oh, really? I think it's a network glitch on my part because I can't hear you. Maybe it's my microphone. I don't know. I'm not hearing you. Sorry. Let me just leave and log back in shortly. I think it's a network glitch. Yes, sorry. Sure, yeah, I can hear you now. Joel, I can't hear. Sorry. Clara, can you hear me? I can't hear you. I don't know. I don't know. B. Can we can I get some information in the chat, please? Because I don't seem to hear. Can anybody tell me what to do?
Hello, ma. I think it's from
Okay.
my side. The network
Okay,
is.
yes, because yes, I can hear you now. Yes, I can hear Akintayo. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. It's from our side now. Good evening, ma'am.
Okay, good evening. Thank you. Let me put
Yes,
on
ma'am.
my video now.
We are here to hear you, ma'am. Miss Clara. Miss Clara, maybe you should leave the Zoom and you should come back again in the network.
Yeah, I think so too.
Vocabulary to use. Because if I'm using English, the experience was beyond the English that I've used for it. And this went. I was there. I entered university and I schooled in University of Ibadan. And because of that, I was given admission to National University. My grandpa said that you will not go. That who will stay with me if I go. I say I forfeited that education in University line. I came to University of Ibadan, spent like 6 years because of social COVID-19. So I'd not even stayed in the hostel. So because of me, grandpa came to live in his house behind University of Ibadan. So I'll be shuttling school, my academics, going to Bodija. My friend tell me like, wait, when is your own social life? When I was in university days. I cannot mingle, I cannot socialize from class to home to bracket, back home to class, back home to exam, everything. Like by my time, it was just a routine. So I was like, what is going on with my whole life? Am I even stressed with my life? I don't know what to be at the end. How do like? I'm just like, what's going on? I never knew something was cooking. I never knew something was cooking actually. So the journey continue. I to God be the glory. Even that's why my difficulties are like up. I had first class when I was in 100 level. Got into 200 level, my CGPA, it got to the point that the weight was much, it dropped, but it did not drop from first class. But on the long run, when I'm supposed to enter first class for final year, it just went up, the board went back to 2-1. But still, I was still being surprised that despite these difficulties, these hurdles of taking care of the elderly, I'm still even maintaining that grade. I was actually surprised, like, wow. So even I could not even attend fellowship. It was with difficulties and fight with my grandpa that I would this departmental fellowship, even if you do not allow me to attend anyone, this departmental one I will attend. So it wasn't funny with me and my grandpa because he won't like me. All what my grandpa was that you every 24 hours, and what I've described with the elderly, they want to stay with them. They will be telling you age of 1990s, 20 like 70s when you were not born. They will still be repeating the same story. I see they will not told you before. Like you'll be like, ah, what's going on? And if you don't know that, you will just see that it's born like this man, and you'll be pressing your phone, you just like, and if they realize that you're not paying attention to their talking, they'll be annoyed, like, ah, so I'm just wasting my saliva. You're not even paying attention, you're not even following me. They will get annoyed. They'll be like, ah, I'm on patient, what that. If you're a bad person, you'll say that I'm on patient, that. But if they say that that boy is not a good boy. It's not a good boy, not that it's not taking care of them, but not staying with them to listen to them, to pay attention to their talks. They will say that that boy is not a good boy, that I want another person. That's what they will say. And another thing I was discovered with working with the other is that they before they can build trust in our younger generation, it's hard. Before my grandpa could trust me with his money, I went through different tests. I didn't know he was testing me. Until long run, I realized that so this man was testing me. So now I'm the one handling his bank account, and instead, despite being serving not close where he is, I'll have to be traveling every week to go and help him cash out money, come back to my own where I'm serving. All these expenses now from grandpa, I'm the one for my own pocket money. How much I will pay? 33,000. That does not count. So and even my PP now is every day is 1,000 naira to my PP to and fro. So my everything now like I'm still living like my life for the man for my grandpa. But we're not knowing something is still cooking. But in the past 3 years that the burden for elderly just crystallized in my heart like I'm just having passion for the elderly. Meanwhile, know that every those expenses to build that passion for the elderly, that love for the elderly, to take care of them. So after that 3 years, I was like, I'm still fighting it. It was now this year that I now started the organization that is named Dunamis Golden Aging Support Initiative, and in which we are going to be holding a first program for the elderly mind, where I'm serving here on March 2nd. So it has really been a serious experience. Emotionally, I sometimes I'll be depressed. I'll just be there alone. I'll feel lonely. I'm like, well, if I'm talking among the midst of people, my words are not always with them. They're like, you, what are you always saying? We're saying you saying that. But I realize that the way I think, the way I speak is actually higher than those that are my colleagues because the way I'm talking is now different. Like it shows that you have one have lived with an elderly person that have wisdom. Because with elderly ones, they are repertoire of knowledge, repertoire of experience. Because of my course of adult education that I did, also helped me to even be well enriched about the elderly. And that really helped me in even navigating, knowing the characters of elderly, knowing their nature, knowing their attitude, and some major things about the elderly. So this experience actually, it has actually been awesome, it has been wonderful, and it has been best thinking. So though it is not the bed of roses, I never planned to be. I will go in this field of social work, but everything just started, and without me not even being conscious of it. But on the long run, I became conscious of it that I actually now become that I cannot see an elderly person being belittled or being deprived of something. My heart to be moved. Like, what's the issue with this? Okay, I have 1 minute left. Oh, thank you very much for the notification. So I will be moved. So this is that I have an elderly woman in my environment, up close to my grandpa's house. My grandpa's will also take it annoying that. So now they take care of that grandma now again, Abby. So I like What he wants is that he wants you to take care of him alone, not that grandma alone again. Because that grandma will not be taking, she will not take me as his grandson. If when I went for my service now, she's like, you don't even come, you don't reach out to me. You know, like when I came out, she was like, my son, see, I'm sick. Oh, my son, she was like, I don't have to reach out to the these students in the living that just entered the apartment. That please, this grandma, this is our grandma. Help me take care of anything she needs. Please help me just help her because I will not always be around. Because when I was back then at home, she could not even reach out to her children to talk to them that she needs something. It's even that she would tell her, oh yeah, please help me call my son. Please, my son, I need something. My son, I like God. And everybody that are believing in that grammar, they don't stay long because they cannot cope with the grammar. They cannot. So with this, the journey was amazing. It was an amazing experience. Thank you very much, Miss Clara. My time is up. Thank you very much, ma.
Okay. I think she asked for questions. I don't know if I can maybe just say one or two things, before the time is up finally.
Ma.
Because okay, let me just say quickly that that we should be able to give people. I think the essence is for at least people to get one or two things back home and see how they can navigate this path. So for me, over the years, I've now learned from my own experience that I have to prioritize my self-care. Making my self-care very important should be top on the list, because like Clara rightly said, when she started the introductory part, she said, if you're not well, if you're not in a good state of health, if physically or mentally, emotionally, you have to also prioritize your own needs. And number one would be like your health needs. You notice that if you don't have time, to sometimes number one for me would be like, don't be too hard on yourself. Sometimes, like you said, you just feel that you're not doing enough. You just feel you're not doing enough. You just feel, oh, I wasn't able to do this. I wasn't able to do. Maybe your body is telling you should stop at this point. You should respect that. Give yourself enough sleep. Try and eat well. Like you said, Akintola, you said you don't, sometimes you lose appetite. You have to try and eat. You understand? So that you don't you lose weight and your immune system will not be now strong to help you to be able to keep up with the challenges you have. So, that guilt of not doing enough can makes you feel that you're emotionally down. You just feel that you are not meeting up, but then you should be able to beat your chest and say that you are doing well, because actually the care recipient also helps in that regard. If you have somebody, like you said, is your grandpa, is always saying you're a bad boy, you're a bad boy, it's not helping. But if you have a care recipient that keeps appreciating you, keeps saying you are doing well, oh, God bless you, oh, you did well to come, oh, thank you for this, thank you for that, it's a boost. It gives you that emotional boost that, oh, I'm doing something, oh, the person is seeing it, you understand? So that's how I was able to, at least my father was a very appreciative person. You're just there to like driving to go and barb his hair, to have a haircut. He comes back and he thanks you, say, oh, see the way I'm looking. I'm looking so handsome. I look very young. So those are the things that helped me. And then you also, prioritize your sleep. You have to make sure that you sleep well. I noticed that if I don't sleep well, get enough sleep, sometimes you wake up the next day, you'll be having headaches, you'll be having dizziness, you can't even keep up with the activities of that day. So your sleep is important. Like I said, good nutrition is also important. And then seek support. Everybody should know what you are passing through, wherever you can, in whatever way you can voice out and say, oh, this is what I need. It is very important. Like now, at least we are coming up with initiatives to help family caregivers. So by the time, we have online support communities like this, it will help. And even financially, family caregivers should say something. They should reach out to people, also seek resources from maybe healthcare workers, community persons, whatever you can gather that can help you. Will be going a very long way. Let me stop there so that another person can add something. Yeah, I'm muted.
Okay, ma. Yeah, yes, ma'am. So a question was raised by our Osma, Miss Clara. She mentioned something like how were you able to prove that you could not do well, and then how do you manage stress? Okay, this is how I manage stress. This is how I was able to overcome the guilt of not doing. The environment is healthy. It boosts my ego like, oh, I'm doing good, I'm doing well. It encourages me like, oh, thank God I'm doing, because my grandpa is someone that he will not appreciate in your sight. He will appreciate it behind you, because you feel like if you are just your side, like you may somehow be feeling somehow like you will be so happy. But he will not, he will even be condemning what you are doing. He knows he's right, though you condemn, but excellent will not be the one that will be encouraging me. And that is where the morale come from. That keep pushing me even to this very today. So because my grandpa is very someone that's very tough, like a tough man. So you just think so advice that how people family caretaker just have to observe is that if you are not seeing yourself as a family caregiver, you can actually not function effectively. Because if your first priority is to see it as money raking business, forget about it. It will not profit you. And first of all, we need to know that this family caregiving is a calling. I saw it on LinkedIn post that a white man said that caregiving is a calling. I was like, this is it. This is it. Those that know that this caregiving service is a cure. It's not for you to just, because people nowadays they're like, let me go and social work and just shout about I'm doing any money, I'm doing any work so I can get money. It is not about money precisely in taking care, because you have to put yourself in that condition to take care of them. Because if you do not put yourself in that condition, you're not able to take care of them. All you will be after is just to like just pay money, you should just pay money. I was told by one of my lecturers when she got married, she was thinking that she's free from taking care of her grandma, her mom rather. Okay, ma, thank you very much. Of taking care of her mom. So when she got married, they got another person for the mother. I'm telling you, ma, that when she go back to the home, the health state of the mother got worse. They rush her to see they spend more money. So because this person have seen the work as just to get money, not to put him or herself in the state of the elderly there, so that he will feel emotion. The compassion to take care of that elderly will be there. But because this person has money raking business, the health of the other of the mother just got worse, and it now caused the that my lecturer to bring down her mother to her married home. Until now, the mother is still there because of that situation. Thank you very much, Miss Clara.
All
Are you
right.
there, ma? Okay,
Amazing section.
we
I
can
hope
move.
everyone can hear me now. I had to log out and log.
Yeah, sure.
All right. I'm so excited. I'm so excited because this is different people, but almost similar experiences. And that's the goal. Because when you look down, everybody is different. Individuals are different, but there is something in common that makes caregiver unique, or caregiving rather unique, is the fact that you actually have to give a part of yourself to someone else. So it means that you cannot just decide this how your life would go. You monitor, you have to now consider someone, you have to bring someone into the picture. Oh, I'm supposed to live by 2. Is his medication by that time? Am I supposed to go? So he has a lot of things, and that's something we need to look into. So if you're a caregiver here, our time is almost up, and you feel like you're not doing enough, or you feel like I want to encourage you today to seek help. Reach out to someone and let family know. Sometimes one person in the family is the one taking the responsibility, while others are going on with their life. So let your siblings know. I think it's something that you see, maybe the last born or the first child is taking care of, the body, and it feels like other people don't even care. So please let someone know, and then please speak up. And you can do what, reach out to any of our speakers, ask them questions. I think they are all on LinkedIn. Not even I think, I know. You can meet any of them. Dr. Bethany is on LinkedIn, Mr. Kintar is on LinkedIn, and I believe they have other social media handles. And personally, Clara, I am also on LinkedIn. Please do well to reach out to them. And do not, another thing that Dr. Bethany mentioned and Mr. Kintar mentioned is stress management. Manage the stress so that you can, because it's only when, I always tell people, even as a healthcare practitioner, it's only when you are good that you can offer that service. When you are not, you can imagine someone that has headache and you're not good, you'll not be able to give it out well. So take care of yourself first, then give it that. And if you feel you're not doing enough, just know that sometimes you're also human. Some people think that, hey, maybe I made mistake. It was when I was carrying him up that he fell. And I had someone who was a family caregiver, and it was even when was trying to leave the dad that he fell and then the hip was broken. So he was now carrying the guilt that I'm even the one that made it worse. That you are just a person. So do well to reach out to someone, do well to ask, do well to make sure that you are not alone. In this field, you're not alone. There are so many people. So thank you for joining us today. As I mentioned earlier, this meeting is being hosted by the Porters Gerontological Rehabilitation Services. It's a home health care service located in Abuja. However, we have other branches in Lagos and in Asaba, Nigeria. We specialize in geriatric care management, specialized physiotherapy service, home health care, and we also specialize in home caregiving, and also in skilled nursing care assistance. So thanks to all our guest speakers. I'm so sorry we were cut short, but I just thought to put this because we will still have the recordings available. So thank you everyone, our guest speakers and all our participants. We are so glad that you joined us, and we know that you've gained a thing or two, which is the purpose of this meeting, that more than you just coming to hear their story, you know how to manage stress, you know how to manage anxiety, you know how to do well. So thank you everyone. I just so that we know, the recording of this section will be on our YouTube page, and hopefully on our next meeting this will be on our YouTube page, so that we'll have an ample time to discuss, to share our experiences. Thank you, everyone. And also thank you to our partner, Dunamis Golden Aging Support Initiative. It's an NGO that is currently based in Ibadan, if I'm not mistaken, and they are hosting their first program this month. So please do well to reach out in support, or reach out to the founder, who is Mr. Akintayo John. He's on LinkedIn, and Dr. Bethany is on LinkedIn. I am also on LinkedIn as Clara Ezichukwu Ezekwibe. The Porters Gerontological Center is on LinkedIn. Do well to reach out, do well to share your experience, do well to ask questions. You are not alone. We want to create a community where people can talk, people can share their experiences, where people can come and just pour in their heart. Oh, this is what I feel. I'm not happy today, and someone else is giving you that comfort. So we hope to do this again, and again and again. And thank you everyone for joining. Have a good night's rest.
All right. Thank you very much, ma.
All right.
For that one.
All
Yes, ma.
right.
Good night, ma.
All right.